Very.
Eat a grape. Hey guys, it's Wyndham back for Video Wednesdays.
Octo.
I know, I'm here with my husband and
I guess.
so we're here because we're going to talk about something very important and very serious that affects millions of people across the globe.
Corona.
No, My Hero Academia.
Good show. It's also good. Just like Corona.
What? Corona's not a good show.
We got the week.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible. We're actually living in what, like semi-quarantine the last few weeks?
I'm essential.
He's essential. I know. He's essential, so that means that he has to go to work and then basically come home and like bunker down.
Wah wah.
I know. I'm essential, but I don't have to go in anywhere. I just, you know, I'm required to work. It's just I can work from home, which is nice. So, but anyway, we've been kind of living in quarantine. And are you getting a little stir crazy?
I'd rather be at home.
That's
I'd rather
true.
be working from home.
We're both homebodies. But anyway, so we figured that we would kind of talk about My Hero Academia and just our opinions on the show and just some opinions that we have that are different from each other's. And so we just watched this last week, which, guys, if you haven't watched the show, I mean, maybe we'll convince you to watch it, but otherwise, like, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, so you probably don't want to. A lot of spoilers, a lot of theories.
I'm a big spoiler.
He is.
I'm horrible.
He's the king of spoiling. Sorry, I'm like really.
We're watching Naruto and I've already spoiled like half of it.
In case you haven't watched the show and you don't know what My Hero Academia is about, basically, it's about superheroes. And ignore me while I eat my grapes. But so, not everybody in the entire universe has superpowers.
Pretty much everybody.
Pretty much everybody, but like not everybody has a super useful superpower.
It's very rare that someone doesn't have it, though.
Yeah.
Or doesn't have some sort of ability.
Yeah. But anyway, they're not called powers on the show, they're called quirks. Just that you know. Because I remember the first time I heard about the show was through Nate, and he had me watch like the first 2 episodes with the Renegades. And like, I remember that he said everybody has these quirks. And I thought he meant like weird personality traits. Like everyone had like speech impediments, or like they blinked a lot, or like maybe they used their hands to talk. So I was a little confused when he was like, everybody has these quirks in the world, because he didn't say that those were superpowers. I watched it, I was like, what's going on with this skinny old man?
Skinny old man, Deku?
All Might!
Oh yeah.
If you turned in. Anyway guys, if you tuned in this week, then you saw basically the showdown between the Nomus. Nomus. I thought you just pronounced it differently. Anyway,
No,
and
it's
Endeavor.
That was
Is
nuts.
it Shoto's dad?
Shoto, yeah. Shoto Todoroki.
Yeah.
Todoroki.
Todoroki's dad. And basically he's got the power of extreme flames.
The flame hero Endeavor.
He's the flamiest. And we don't mean homosexual. He's not a flaming
The
homosexual.
flamer hero Endeavor.
He had a showdown with this creature that could basically regenerate itself. Basically, it sparked this discussion of, because Endeavor has like, his quirk is kind of in one direction, his quirk kind of goes with one thing and it's simpler, versus someone like Todoroki, his son, who his powers kind of go in 2 different directions. He's got basically 2 different quirks that are his superpower. And, you know, we started kind of having this debate over what is better and what makes for a stronger hero in the long run. Is it someone that has a simpler quirk? Because it seems like every single time that someone has a simpler quirk, they're just a better hero. It seems like they're just in the top 10.
I mean, that's how it is with simple abilities and things that are very one-dimensional, and they're, especially like Endeavor, who's just brute force. Brute, overwhelm the enemy force.
Yeah.
Someone who like, and I guess that might be kind of the magic of Shoto, is he can kind of do both.
Mm-hmm.
Just by nature of his ability, is he has so much power in his ice that we've seen so far. His flames are currently kind of weak because he denied it for so long, didn't train with it. But we also see there's a lot of potential there, but I'm unsure where they're going to go. But when you look at a hero like Uraraka, who has Uravity, she has the zero float,
gravity.
not float quirk, but
Zero gravity.
Basically make things weightless quirk versus someone like Bakugo, where she has to think 4 steps ahead of someone like Bakugo, who's just got an insanely strong, simple quirk that can just do so much.
So we kind of started talking about why does it seem like the heroes whose quirks are simpler and more just like one-stop shop, why does it seem like they're more powerful? Why does it seem like they're more successful? Is it just that the simpler the quirk, the more that you have the ability to be more powerful? Is it just that you can just go and you don't have to think about it? Is it because is it a timing issue? Like I was saying, if you think about it, these people that have only had to worry about their quirk in one situation and they can just go and they're just brute power, since they were little, they've known what their quirk is and they can just go.
Yeah.
And they don't have to learn how to utilize it. Like think about Midoriya when he gets to school. Technically his quirk is just go, but he's leagues behind all of his classmates because they've all had time to develop their skill, whereas he hasn't.
Yeah.
So it's that's kind of where I was thinking, like if you think about like Zero Gravity Girl, she might not know the best ways to use her powers just yet in different situations. So could she have the potential, if she had been training all along in how to use her power to the best of her ability, could she eventually become as powerful as some of these other people?
I mean, certainly. I mean, you can be a genius in pretty much any regard as far as like a quirk, but think about like Red Riot.
Yeah.
You know, Red Riot, not Crimson Riot, Red Riot.
Yeah.
The classmate that his quirk is literally to harden.
Yeah.
What is any situation that he gets in, what is your go-to move? To harden.
That wasn't he hardening.
Harden. Metapod, use harden. That's what I think of every time I say that. But yeah, he literally he's one thing he's got to do. And it works.
Yeah.
Every
time. He doesn't have to think about it.
So consistent.
He doesn't have to think about it. He doesn't have to read every single situation. Any character development that he have, if you think about it, any character development that any of these people with just like a one-stop shop quirk have is their character development is just, how can I push myself beyond the brink of human?
It's every anime though.
I feel like that's kind of their character development, is just how can I push myself more. Whereas I feel like people with more complex quirks, I feel like they're kind of digging more into like their backstory, and I
think they're going to get into everyone eventually.
I mean, I get that, but I feel like their growth is just like it's just kind of a bit all over the place, and them discovering kind of where they fit. And that's the problem, is like for people that have more complex quirks, they have to figure out where they fit, and they have to like find their niche, and they have to find their way among all these people that are, But
they've kind of talked about that a little bit, where it's like a lot of their quirk is generally based on their personality. There's a correlation between their personality and what their quirk is.
What would your quirk be?
I don't know.
What
would be something.
What would my quirk be?
I don't know. Mine would be something stupid like
naval laser.
No, not that stupid. I'd want it to be like permeation, like the third year.
Yeah.
I feel like
you could do that so well, though. I feel like you and his personalities are super similar. You're a bit more mean, but I feel like you guys are super similar. I said a bit more mean because he's just like pure angel dust.
He's happy.
He's happy angel dust, man.
I'm happy, but I get emotional.
You're not.
And then I got mad.
You're not angel dust, man. That's not you. You're not angel dust.
He's not angel dust man either.
You what?
He's not angel dust man either.
A little. He doesn't really get mad. He kind of just is like. What?
About the girl that they were saving.
That's being protective because he's angel dust man.
Would be an anime protagonist. Someone write that.
What would my quirk be? I'd probably end up with a complicated one. I don't think mine would be
the
simple.
acid, like what's her name, Momo?
You just want me to spit acid?
No.
That's stupid.
Her personality is somewhat of yours in a way. You're like a mix between Uraraka and Momo, like the alien girl. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel like I'm more uptight. I don't think I'm Uraraka at all. I think I'm uptight, like what's her face that like builds guns out of her butt.
What?
The girl that like she like is naked and she like is like.
Maybe that's Momo. Maybe I'm getting their names mixed up. She's the creation quirk.
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel like I would need something that's a little bit more complex, and I'd be able to utilize it, but I'd have to do a lot of studying. That seems like me. And she's really uptight.
Yeah.
That's me.
I don't think yours would be super offensive. Like, super, like, fight.
I don't think so either. I think mine would have to be, I'd have to be really clever, and people, I would be the tool that people would use strategically.
It doesn't even mean you'd be a hero either. You know, you could just have a quirk. See,
I could just be a librarian, and I could just be like, hello, here's my card catalog.
Hell, I'm joining the League of Villains. That's what I would do.
And I'd be over librarian, and I'd be like, hey, honey, are you villaining today? And you'd be like, where's my book?
Think of how the story of My Hero Academia would be if Deku just developed the quirk that his mom had, which was to bring small objects towards her. And he's like, I'm going to be a hero with this thing. That'd be the worst story of all time.
Overall, I feel like the advantage is not just in having one quirk. I kind of feel like the advantage, a lot of it is the time that it takes to figure out where you fit as far as being a hero, the time it takes to really figure the ins and outs of your quirk and how unique it is. I feel like all that time and mental preparation, I feel like it takes away the time that you could have used to develop it to be as strong as everybody else. Yeah. No, but I do think that it boils down to time. I really do. I mean, other than the fact that What's-His-Face had permeation and was able to really develop it and figure out how to make it work for himself, I feel like if he hadn't had the right teachers, if he hadn't had the right timing, imagine how long it would have taken him to really figure out and hone his skill.
You didn't have to.
And how behind he would be.
He didn't. I mean, I don't think it was the teachers that made it. I think it was his training that he put himself through.
I mean, that's true, but
making himself do it.
Who organizes your training? Your teachers.
But the whole point was of his character is like he basically went the extra mile. That's like the whole point of.
That's true. So I mean, so in the end too, I mean, is it just as opposed to like whose quirk is better? Is it a personality trait of who's willing to push themselves more and go the extra mile?
Yes.
Or is it just innate ability? I feel like that's kind of what the show is saying in the long run too, though, because why was Midoriya chosen? Well, Midoriya was chosen because they could see that he had the personality type where he would go the extra mile.
Yeah.
He would do what needed to be done to become the best.
Going back to what you said, though, is in the first episode, Deku literally says, basically to the audience, that he learned from a very young age that people weren't equals at birth.
Yeah.
People were innately born with privilege, which is kind of making a statement on our world, you know, our reality. Yeah. Some people will be born like Todoroki.
Yeah.
And others will be born like Lemillion.
Yeah.
You know?
Where they have to work a little bit more.
Where they have to go the extra mile.
Same place.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's you know.
I mean, I get that, but in the end, what is it saying about who's the best? Because the thing is, too, I mean, you could say, like...
I think it's an interpretation.
What about Bakugo? I mean, his home life wasn't necessarily the best, but he also...
He was blessed.
But he was blessed with, like, this ability, but you know what I mean?
Somebody said that as well, you know?
I don't know. I just feel like, is it more a statement of personality, or is it a statement of power? You know? What ultimately is the best? Or is it a statement of how wise you are and how much you're... I mean, think about the fact that Midoriya, too, like, even though he has pure power, he's sitting and developing a new way to use it with his brain. Mm-hmm. Like, he's figuring out things. He's figuring out ways to utilize tools and abilities, and he's very clever. And
he won the sports festival, the first trial anyway, by not even using his quirk. He didn't use it for the race. And he had to...
He watched everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he just... thought about it. So, you know, sat back and thought of how he could win without using his quirk.
That's true. But I mean, but still, like, who ends up getting ahead in this world?
Honestly, it's both, and it's very much a statement of our reality of saying that, you know, look at Endeavor, blessed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All Might. He worked for it, but in all reality, that quirk's OP.
I know, and he was given to him.
But then, you know, there's some people. I mean, I'm almost like coming blank on an example, but someone like Lemillion is like the best example I could give probably of someone who literally just like will probably be eventually, I don't know, top 10, maybe top 20 hero because
it
of
would
how
be
hard he worked.
so funny.
What?
Is if Naval Laser became like a top 10 hero.
No. Not gonna happen.
That's why I said that would be so...
It's not gonna happen.
That would be the plot twist of the world. But I mean, overall, this entire conversation, it kind of stemmed from Endeavor versus like his son versus someone like Lemillion. I feel like Endeavor has brute force. His son doesn't have just one power that he can focus on. He has two sides. So is one side always going to be stronger than the other, especially because he spent so many years perfecting one side?
Yeah, he'll get there.
Is he constantly going to be split? Is he going to be able to accomplish as much as someone that could just go in one direction with his power, and then break it down to someone like Lemillion, who didn't necessarily have the easiest quirk to manipulate, and it took him time and effort? Like, where in here can you really be the best? Is there any way for the other ones to be able to make up for lost time, make up for lost power, to be able to come out on top?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we established, though. Like, like Araraka, she has the potential to be really powerful, but she's got to plan more.
But she's never going to be Endeavor.
Araraka will never be able to fight like Endeavor. Mm-hmm. She's going to have her weaknesses, and her weaknesses are going to greatly outweigh what Endeavor's weaknesses are. Mm-hmm. As far as, like, if you're comparing, like, what does he falter to, what does she falter to? She's going to fall 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, if she can figure out what she's good at
and really hone in on it.
And
focus on her skills, she might be able to work for it. But I mean, she also went against Bakugo.
She fared pretty well.
She did pretty good, but then he like kind of,
as expected,
he kind of kicked her butt.
Kind of smashed her.
He kind of kicked her. Don't say smashed her. He kind of kicked her booty. Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No. I don't know. Those are the two characters people ship together a lot.
Why? Probably because it'd be the most interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
Probably the most
interesting. And people think Deku's boring.
Yeah, he's just too much about goody-goody.
I like him.
You just like his little freckles and his underdog story.
He's like every boy.
Every boy, every boy can put himself in Midoriya's
exactly.
shoes. Because every boy longs for little boy who's like, I want to be that hero.
Yeah.
I want to grow up. I want to be Superman.
Yeah. I'm Deku, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, guys, what do you think? This is just an example of the type of debates that we have about things. Let us know if you have other shows that you want us to talk about. Let us know if you've got other topics that you want us to talk about. Let us know if you want us to keep going and talk about different things with My Hero. I really don't feel like we necessarily landed on an answer, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I kind of want to know what you guys think. I kind of want to know your opinions. I kind of want to know your theories. I want to know like your understanding of this world, of their statements on society, on their statements of people, and studying.
And if you haven't watched it yet, please go do so right now.
Right now.
Right now. It's so good.
Go buy Crunchyroll.
Yes.
Go buy Crunchyroll.
Or get it from...
It's on Netflix, right? The first season?
No. I don't think so.
I could have sworn it was on Netflix. Maybe.
If you have to pirate it.
No. Don't encourage that.
Anyway.
Yeah, but guys, if there's any other shows, we watched all of JoJo that's been released.
Naruto.
We're starting Naruto.
I got her into Naruto.
He did.
It's a big day.
I know. Hunter x Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hunter x Hunter's good. There's just a bunch of different shows. Also with My Hero, your different theories, your different questions that you want us to talk about. This is something that we do, all the time, every show that we watch.
You get sick of me talking about My Hero. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, he loves My Hero. So we could definitely crank out a few more conversations of My Hero if you guys want us to go in a certain direction. Anyway, guys, leave comments down below and let's keep the conversation going. So anyway, it's Wyndham.
Octo.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Follow my Twitch.